So I am here. I decided I would do a FriYay Q&A today, but I still don't really have a definite topic. So I'm thinking about all the things I do and all the things people ask about. And one of the things people asked about today, please feel free to add to this, of course. But I've been getting some messages from people that are like, really like, oh my God, I'm so sensitive right now. Like, what's going on? And also like, do I have to completely shut everything off in order to function and like get through my day without crying a million times? Or, you know, what do I do? And so I thought I would start today and we can take this conversation in a million different directions. So let me know where you want to go with it. But I wanted to start by talking about the things I do to bolster and protect my energy field, but also what I pay attention to when I notice I am feeling way more sensitive than my already highly sensitive self. So when I notice like, oh my gosh, I am feeling all the things, it feels like everything is coming at me, one of the first things I do is I check to see what's happening astrologically. Because usually when I'm just humdrum going through my day and there's not a definite something in my life that just shifted from this day to that day, granted, we're all in the middle of this like pandemic thing right now, so there's an added layer, but like that's like kind of becoming like the norm. So it's sort of like, that's not a new thing. Is that there? Does that affect me? Absolutely. But I look at what's happening astrologically because we are impacted by these currents. I look at what the planets are doing in relation to my own natal chart. And I've been doing this for so long that it's easy for me, but if you do a little bit a day, you really will learn your astrology. It seems overwhelming at first, but just start to look at it. And so if I know there's some definite stuff happening astrologically, it's almost like sometimes just knowing like why I'm more sensitive can help me be more compassionate towards myself. Because the best thing to do if you know you are feeling extra sensitive, extra overwhelmed, just extra raw, is to have compassion with yourself. Don't then turn around and beat yourself up for struggling, right? That's like so awful. Why would we do that to ourselves? Have compassion and be like, wow, I'm really having a tough time today. Okay, what is going on? And don't immediately make yourself wrong or beat up on yourself because you can't like buck up and like feel happy or feel more capable or get yourself to the grocery store today. There are days, many days, where I just can't. I've literally spent most of my life designing a life that honors my sensitivities and my very frequent it's not mood swings, just my ability to sense into like everything around me at all times. And yes, you can build up buffers, and I do that every day, but I'm so sensitive that even with a significant amount of buffering in place, my bouncer guides. I put a shield of energy, like a bubble of energy around myself every day. I take my white yarrow flower essence, which creates an additional energy bubble. I carry around like different stones. I take certain stone elixirs. I am like so resourced energetically to maintain a really strong energy field. I have my guides holding space for me. I have plant medicine. I have stone medicine. I have a constant ongoing relationship with all the different types of energetic support. And they are all supporting me, but I am someone who is literally here to feel deeply. And a lot of you who are in my circle are the same. And so, hi Monique, I love you. So we give ourselves permission to be the sensitive beings that we are, and know that even with all the support on deck, even with like regular therapy and time to cry and daily meditation and all of this amazing support that I have at my disposal, there are some days I'm just like, God, it's so much. And so sometimes just honoring that. So I check the astrology. I also check where I'm at in my cycle. This doesn't apply to everyone, but for the people out there that have, you know, a monthly period and go through those hormonal shifts every month, like that's also something I pay attention to. And I intentionally make my workload lighter when I know it's like time for me to start bleeding, because like the days leading up to that, it's like this pressure valve is like building up and up. That's not a time for me to be holding space for a lot of other people. It's time for me to hold space for myself. And so I don't try to schedule too much on those days of the week. And a friend of mine posted a beautiful post the other day about how she really honors her cycle as well, and how she just spent a day like, you know what, I couldn't even get out of bed to get food. Like I asked for someone to bring me food. I asked for the things I needed. And not everyone has the capacity or the support in place to have that, and I realize that. But as much as you can, give yourself permission to receive support. That helps. And the other thing that really helps me is trying to keep myself as nourished energetically as possible, because if you're depleted, you're going to be more raw. If you are sleep deprived, if you are hungry, if you are too busy, all of those things drain our energy, right? And so one of my problems, my go-to issues, is that I overschedule myself because the work I do gives me energy. So when I'm working, I can go and go and go and go. I know, Elham, wasn't that beautiful, Monique, what she posted about her cycle? So because I get energy from the work I do, because like I'm connected to source and I'm like feeling all this love and spirit, like my work doesn't actually drain me. My work sustains me in more ways than one. But then when I'm not working and I haven't been supporting myself, and when I've been working too much and just relying on like me being connected to source while I'm working, then I'm like extra drained after I'm not working. Like it's sort of like my own personal needs haven't been met because I've been connecting with source in service of showing up for others, which also supports me again. But it's this sense of like, I've got to like really pay attention to the balance I'm cultivating in my life. I've got to really have significant amounts of downtime. And so the more I've done to be self-aware, like I've studied my human design, I've studied my astrology, I know my cycle, I've been tracking my cycle for, like 10 years now. It's like getting to know me helps me be the best advocate and caretaker of me. And we all have unique needs, and my needs shift day to day, week to week, month to month. So I have to stay in relationship. I have to build the relationship I have with myself. I can't slack on that. Just like if I slacked on my relationship with one of my partners or, any of the people in my life, when you don't put time and energy into a relationship, it starts to fade. It starts to fizzle, or it gets wonked. And I include my relationship with myself as like my top relationship that I have to feed, because if I don't feed that relationship, I can't show up in the ways I want to show up for everyone else. So that's what I have to say about that, and like ways I try my best to support and protect my energy, knowing that I'm a highly sensitive person and knowing that I'm here to be really sensitive and really able to feel with other people, to be able to feel the things that they can't quite feel yet, to be aware of all the layers at play at all times. It's a lot. And it requires, and I tell people this all the time, 53% of my work is me taking care of me. It really is. More than half of my time goes to me. And that might sound really selfish or indulgent, but so it is. It is. And it's what is required for me to do the level and the caliber and the quality of work I am able to offer other people. So if you're feeling especially overwhelmed and taxed, know that it could just be a seasonal thing. It could just be, this is what's happening energetically right now because of where I'm at in my cycle, because of the cosmic currents, whatever. So look at those things. That can help. It can help you be like, oh, Mars just moved into Pisces. Venus just went retrograde. That's affecting me. You know, like, oh, the moon is full in Scorpio. That's affecting me. It's not about giving away your power to anything. It's about being aware. Just like if you went outside in the middle of a hurricane, like that's literally like, this is how I experience cosmic energy. This is why I study astrology, because maybe not everyone feels it like I do, but it would be the same when certain planets are doing certain things. I feel it just as much as if you opened the door and there was a hurricane happening outside. Like, first of all, would you even go outside? Most people wouldn't. So it's sort of like that. I can see the cosmic weather. And I know, like, oh shit, here comes a big hurricane. It's only going to be here for a few days. But, like, I'm not going outside then. I'm not going to try and go to the grocery store. I'm not going to try and, like, handle my, like, taxes. I'm not going to try to, like, do all this shit when there's a hurricane going on outside. And some of us are, even if you're not aware that's what you're feeling, a lot of people are feeling that. A lot of y'all who are sensitive and plugged in, we are all impacted by the cosmic currents and weather. And the more you become more conscious of it, the more you can be like, oh, right, it's a hurricane. I'm not going to go outside today. Right? Right? You wouldn't do that. Or it might just be a thunderstorm. And so I can go outside, but I'm going to make sure I have my rain gear on. So there are days out of my month that I need extra protection, right? I need extra gear. It's not necessarily protection, but I need the right supports for what the weather is. And so for me, paying attention to the weather, and sensing into what is going on is so huge. And then understanding how that weather impacts me uniquely, because it's gonna hit me differently unlike regular weather. Although, not true. Some people really love to be out in rain and other people are like, oh my God, water, don't touch me. You know? So we're all different. I love you, Bailey. I love you so much. And I know you get this like so hardcore. Yeah. So pay attention to the weather, y'all. And if you need help paying attention to the weather, reach out to people like Bailey, like me, like a million people I know that can help you. I am all about empowered energetic work. So if you do choose to work with me, I'm not just going to tell you things. I'm going to teach you how to access the information for yourself. That's important to me because like I don't want you relying on me for knowing what the weather is and how it's going to impact you. Once in a while, we need that. And I have my people I go to as well. Bailey is one of them. But not all the time. Like this truly being energetically prepared for life in a human body requires like a regular attentiveness to how you are impacted by your environment, by the cosmic currents, by all of it. And so that means like you can't be relying on other people for that information. You really do need to learn or work with a practitioner, a facilitator, a teacher, a guide that helps you not only like understand what's happening, but understand how you can stay informed on your own. Alrighty, that's so important. And if you don't know human design yet, please look into it. It has been, Bailey introduced me to human design this year. And it has like, it's just like a whole new level of self-awareness and permission to work in the way that is most aligned for me. That I'd already through trial and error, 8 years of trial and error of trying to work for myself in this field of work, I had gotten to like the point where I was like, oh, I'm not a hustler. I'm not this, I'm not that. I actually am someone who needs a whole lot of downtime, and I'm working smarter, not harder. Bailey and I just had this conversation yesterday. And so when you work in the way that's aligned for your unique design, and I had the trial and error to figure that out, and then I got the information. But how great would it be to like have the information up front and then not have to go through 8 years of trial and error? So if you need human design resources, again, reach out to Bailey. She's amazing. Elham, I was giving you a shout out. Oh, I was saying that I loved what you shared about honoring your cycle. I'm talking about how we really, to protect our energy and to maintain a decent amount of energetic sustenance, especially for highly sensitive people, you have to honor your cycle. And I loved what you shared. And it just makes me so happy when I see other people giving themselves permission to just be like, I can't today. And it doesn't mean that I'm weak, and it doesn't mean I'm lazy, and it doesn't mean I'm self-indulgent. This is where I'm at right now. Please, I need to receive today. And I loved how you shared that, because it is so, women especially, anyone who has a cycle, a monthly menstrual cycle, and those hormonal shifts, how powerful would we be? How aligned with our design would we be if we could create a life that let us honor the natural flow of that cycle? I mean, seriously. And that's where like human design and knowing your cycle and knowing the like what's happening astrologically are like, it's like the trifecta of, okay, I'm ready for this. Like, bring it on. I know what tools I need on which days. I know which days I need to rest. I know which days, because there's plenty of days I don't rest. There's plenty of days I knock shit out of the fucking park, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm lit up, and I'm lighting other people up. Is that every day of my month? Hell fucking no, because there's days y'all don't see me, and I am holed away, or there's days you see me for 10 minutes in the morning, and the rest of that day I'm like sitting with bunnies and chickens, and journaling, and loving on my kid, and like cooking some food, and vegging out, and like, y'all don't see me. Y'all don't see me. And then there's days I'm having like soul-shaking, profound awarenesses and connection with people and deep healing work. There's days I'm just out in nature working with the land. There's days I'm working with spirits who have transitioned and beings in other dimensions. Like, my life is very varied, and it is not all what you see. Like, when y'all see me, you see me when I'm like in my like on outgoing sharing mode. Oh, Bailey says, you definitely helped me in letting my body rest during my cycle. I'm so glad, because we so need this. It's so powerful, so powerful. And there's so many tools out there right now. There's so many great tools. I'm on live, so don't come on if you don't want people to see you. Oh, he's got his little towel on him.
Hi, guys.
Jonas says, hi, guys. I'm talking about ways we can take care of ourselves and our energy. What do you want to share? Jonah's going to come and share.
So we want to take care of ourselves and our energy. Then what I do is I'd find like either somewhere that's a little bit dimmer or like darker, and then that's peaceful, and then I go there and meditate.
He likes to find a darker, cooler, quieter place, right? And meditate. And that is something he'll do. He'll ask if he can come into my room, or he'll build himself a little secret nook.
I already have my own.
He built himself a very special secret nook where he can go and be.
I sleep in it.
He slept in it last night. It was so comfortable and cozy that he fell asleep in it. They say, what wise advice. And Desiree says, hey, Jonah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. That's it. That was the Jonah cameo. I love you. So, yes. I love that I am able to, in parenting, it's actually required that I take better care of myself, because I always think about, like, what am I modeling for my child? Do I want him to watch me, like, work myself to death? Do I want him to watch me get burnt out and frazzled and overwhelmed over and over and over again? I already get like that plenty, really, even with all the tools and resources at my disposal. So I also try to model, like, when I'm in the moment, there are plenty of times I'm in the middle of doing something and I feel a frustration build and he's like watching me and I'm just like, whoa. And it really helps. It's like engaging that witness that Buddhism talks about. I engage that witness, but it's because I know my child is watching me. So even if you don't have children, like, imagine someone you really care about, respect, love. Imagine your own inner child and be like, wow, she's watching me right now. They're watching me right now. What can I choose for myself in this moment that might make an impact on them being able to take better care of themselves when they're struggling? And so I'll do that sometimes. Not always. Sometimes I just full on go into the freak out. Hi, Bethany. I'm glad you were able to join. And so I'll pause and I'll put down what I'm doing, or I'll turn the stove off if I'm cooking, and I'll just be like, wow, like, I am so frustrated right now, and I feel really a lot of, like, stress or big feelings in my body. Like, I need to step away for a second. I need to go outside for a second. Or sometimes I'll just ask, I need a hug right now. Would you be willing to give me a hug? And it's okay if you're not, like, because, like, no one has to make me feel better, right? But when we're able to offer that to others, that's wonderful. And my child has become so in tune and amazing at knowing when and how to offer empathetic support. And I love that. And how to give himself permission to take care of himself. How to communicate his needs emotionally and energetically, so that instead of just having a complete outburst or meltdown, he can, as his emotions are ramping up, he can recognize, wait, I need to go, like, crawl in my secret nook. I need to, like, ask for to hold a stone. I need to, like, take some flower essences. Like, he does these things, and he wouldn't do them if they don't work, because my kid is, like, real, like, no nonsense about, like, no, that didn't help me. Like, there's plenty of things I've offered him to do or try, and he's like, Mommy, that doesn't help me. I don't feel better. And so we've found, like, the things that help him, and we've had the conversations that over time, sometimes, and I'm sure y'all have noticed this, the tools that you use kind of stop working. And it's because we change, life changes, and we always need to be adding to our toolbox or pulling some tools that we retired back out. And so don't be afraid to switch it up. If you have, like, a really good self-care routine in place, that's great. But also know it's probably not always going to work for you every time in every situation. So stay flexible, stay open to new things dropping in that might support you. So, any other questions? Does anyone else have anything they wanted to ask about? It can be on topic of supporting ourselves energetically, or on something completely, is there something you're wondering about me, about you, about life, about coffee? It's my second cup today, y'all. Don't judge. Don't judge. Not that you're judging. Why am I so wonderful? Oh, because I have you, Desi. Because you help me be my best self. You really do. Desiree, man, y'all, if you need any type of, like, serious, legit support or coaching, like, please reach out to Desiree. She's phenomenal. Oh my God. Like, financial advising, magical support, deep healing, real accountability and awareness of the bullshit that you might be all up in, because that shit stank. Oh, we help each other be our best. I love it. Oh, God, I just seriously know the best freaking people. I love y'all so much. All right. Check out my peoples, because they're amazing. Check out Bailey. Check out Desiree. Laura is doing like incredible work. Like everyone, oh my God, it's just amazing. Lily, I love you. Check out Lily's incredible art. She has these coolest, like these pins and these tote bags and like prints. I just love it all. Olivia, I love you too. I love you so much. Gosh, you are such a potent light in this world. Seriously. And you're like smart as fuck. Like I'm just like, dang. Do y'all know one of my things is like when I Reiki people, I like get to drop into like your brain. It's weird. I have this like, one of my weird energy superpower things is that I literally get to like, it sounds creepy. It's not creepy. I get to like see inside your brain and see like what parts are lighting up and how different people's brains are structured differently. And Olivia, your brain is just like so fascinating and juicy, and I could like hang out in that space for like hours. I feel like I get smarter anytime I have the like capacity to connect with your brain power. It's like seriously amazing. Like I wish there was a way, and I need to talk to Adelaide about this. So Adelaide is one of my priestesses that does this amazing like artwork. Like hang on. Like I asked her the question, what/why am I? And this is what she came up with. She did these sun moon portraits. I have some of her art in my living room. I have some of it at Seed to Star. Anyways, maybe she can help. I wish I could show people how I experience them energetically, but I don't know how to like bring it into form. And it's amazing. And the great thing about you, Olivia, is, oh my God, we should do an hour where we just like talk about how awesome like everyone is. Because we need that. I just like want y'all know how awesome y'all are. You amaze me. But like, you have this such deep kindness. And it's like, it's sometimes hard to find people with the brain power and capacity you have that also have this incredible kindness and capacity to feel. Because sometimes those things get kind of separated. Or the people with the really big brain power, it's just so much of that brain power is going into like the brainy things they're doing and the things they're thinking and creating and researching, and there's not really space in their lives for like people or connections, or kindness doesn't always like, it's just not a need, it's just not a thing. But like you have like both. It's just wonderful. So thank you. But I would really love a way to show people like when I get to be in your energy and like this is like what I see. It's like when I look at someone's natal chart and like all of a sudden this like soul dances to life in front of me. Even when it's someone I've never met, like sometimes I just get like people book these readings from all over the world online. And I did a reading for someone in Spain like last month, and I'm like, I don't even know who this person is. I don't see their face. I don't know anything about them other than their name, their date, time, and place of birth. And I pull their chart and it's like, oh, there you are. It's so incredible, y'all. All right. So I'm going to sign off for now, but keep sending your questions my way. I love it. I love getting your texts and messages with questions because it really inspires what I'm going to talk about. Oh, Olivia, I love you. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Being seen is a need. It is important. We need to be truly seen and recognized and validated for who we are. And if that's something I can offer, that's something we can all offer to people, because I think different people also experience us in different ways, and I think it's helpful. So I'm going to give everyone who's watching this a homework assignment today, and that's to go find at least one person in your life and share with them how you see them and like help fill their cup in that way. All right? All right, I love y'all. Happy Friendship Friday. That's what I decided today was. Happy Friendship Friday. Bye.